This is One-on-One. I'm Jerry Hancock from Men in Balance. We have these little discussions where we talk about the important things in life. And today, I want to talk to you about speed bumps. Not the kind you hit with your car, the kind you hit with your life, the kind you hit when things are going along fine and all of a sudden something just knocks you on your butt. I don't know if you're ready for those kind of things. Sometimes they just catch us off guard. I mean, something like losing a job I'm talking about, or maybe separation or divorce. These are big ticket items and they affect us for the rest of our lives. So speed bumps are just a part of life. They're going to be there, whether you like it or not. They're going to happen when you're young. They're going to happen when you're old. They're certainly going to happen as a family when you are managing a family. They're going to happen in your personal life, in your business life. So how do you deal with them? Well, the first thing I want to suggest is if you don't have something to fall back on, when you do hit that speed bump, it's a pretty rough fall. It's like Humpty Dumpty. I mean, you're cracking to pieces and you don't know why. I mean, who's going to put you back together? Most of the time, it's you. And, you know, what's sad is that we're not given much of an owner's manual about being a man, so we go through life just sort of bumbling along sometimes, and we make a lot of mistakes, and we hit speed bumps, and we have to learn from that speed bump, and next time we have another one, and have to learn from that one. I'm just suggesting maybe it'll be better if we could learn some methodologies to handle these things before they knock us on our butt, before we are so devastated we don't know how to get up and pick ourselves up and move on. Here's the part you may not like. I think in order to come back from a speed bump that has really devastated you, you've got to have something to fall back on, and that something is spirituality. I know maybe you want to say, no, Jerry, that's not what I'm needing right now. Yeah, it is. And here's why. Because we're all spiritual beings. We all have a makeup that is spiritual in nature. We are also human, but it's our spiritual side that dictates so much of how we get through life and how we manage. And if we don't pay attention to that, if we have neglected it and not listened to our spiritual side, then when something hits really hard, we've got nothing to fall back on. We've got nothing to count on to get us moving again and headed in the right direction. So it's easy to turn to alcohol or drugs or womanizing or blaming it on somebody else or that nasty boss of ours or whatever. But those aren't the issue. The issue is us. The issue is our own spiritual makeup, and it's spiritual, the spiritual side of us crying out to be heard and saying, hey, is this all there is? The stuff you're working on, the stuff you're making such a priority in your life, is that what you really want to be focused on? Maybe it is, maybe it's not, but if it's not geared toward helping somebody else, then it's probably misdirected. Let me say that again. If what you're doing day to day is not directed toward helping somebody else, maybe some of your efforts are misdirected. That's what spirituality is about. Getting outside yourself, doing some things for others, doing things that will change society, change the world, make the world a tiny bit better because you were here, make you feel better about yourself, make you understand what your nature is all about. Those are really big ticket items. They're things that we need to listen to and pay attention to and make part of our daily routine. There's 100 things to distract you today of all the important stuff that really matters. All these 101 things that are on your emails, your text, or your phone calls, or your television, radio shows, whatever. All those things are distractions. Get down to the real stuff. What are you made of? How are you going to call on that internal resource of yours when you need it? What is that resource about? How well have I fed it and taken care of it so that it will be there when I need it and call on it? And if I haven't done all those things, how can I go about mending that and fixing the relationships that have suffered as the result of that? There's a lot of information about this on our website, meninbalance.org. The radio station has good stuff, meninbalance.org/radio. And there's more videos here on YouTube that'll talk about this stuff. The important thing is that you make yourself aware of these resources and that you start focusing a little bit on how you can improve the person that is you and make yourself a better person to be with, to live with, and one who can handle the ups and downs and the speed bumps of life. I'm Jerry Hancock. Thanks for your time.